Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels.
And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I can really see this guy, Omar Marmoush, being an absolute nightmare for the defence here. He's a great all-round attacker who has good pace in behind, and that makes him very effective against teams that like to play compact low blocks. He's a great passer and dribbler and a very good poacher.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And he's found a way past. Now it's Trezeguet. Shot, surely! And he nearly went all the way.
Trezeguet clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And here's Marmoush. Egypt have a free kick. Yamal proves too strong. And here's Marmoush. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Salah. Looking for a decent ball in, and he whips it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Yamal. Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. Merino. Ferran Torres. Nice physical challenge. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Perez. Yamal. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Trezeguet. Aim forwards. Pedri. Perez. So what can they make of this? Mohamed Salah. Plays it through. Trezeguet. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Oh, red. Nice interception. Merino. Cucurella. Now it's Perez. Merino. Pedro Porro. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Out to the right. It's been won straight back. Oh, that's a nice ball. Good ball over the top. Mohamed Salah. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Do have a chance to counter here. Over to the left. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels. And
that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
well, I can really see this guy, Omar Marmoush, being an absolute nightmare for the defence here. He's a great all-round attacker who has good pace in behind, and that makes him very effective against teams that like to play compact low blocks. He's a great passer and dribbler and a very good poacher.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And he's found a way past. Now it's Trezeguet. Shot, surely! And he nearly went all the way.
Trezeguet clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And here's Marmoush. Egypt have a free kick. Yamal proves too strong. And here's Marmoush. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Salah. Looking for a decent ball in, and he whips it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Yamal. Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. Merino. Ferran Torres. Nice physical challenge. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Perez. Yamal. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Trezeguet. Aim forwards. Pedri. Perez. So what can they make of this? Mohamed Salah. Plays it through. Trezeguet. Oh, nice touch. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well read, nice interception. Merino. Cucurella. Now it's Perez. Merino. Pedro Porro. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Out to the right. Ferran Torres! And that's been won straight back. Oh, that's a nice ball. Good ball over the top. Mohamed Salah. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. Do have a chance to counter here. Over to the left. And here's Marmoush. Oh, he's found support out wide. Lenormand attempts a clearance. Trezeguet. Can he deliver? Hits it first time! And again! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Cucurella. Merino. Oh, nicely intercepted. Marmoush. Ferran Torres. And it's Perez. And here's Dani Olmo! Moved on forwards. Is onto it in a flash. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Merino. Spain are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Well, I would think, Peter, that this team needs help from the experience within. That should help begin the recovery at least.
And here's Ferran Torres. Merino. Ferran Torres. Spain already required to chase the game. And here's Dani Olmo. And here's Dani Olmo. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. A heavy challenge. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's played forward. Trezeguet. That's really well manoeuvred. Trezeguet. Very nicely done. Time to deliver. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ferran Torres. The normal. Aim forwards. His best to keep it in play here. Dani Olmo. Now, what about a counter-attack? Great chance! They've done it! Spain are all square.
Well, I sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Moved on forwards. And here's Marmouche.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ferran Torres. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Perez. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Dani Olmo! Dani Olmo! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Mohamed Salah. That's really well manoeuvred. Gets it away. Ferran Torres. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Lenormand gets over and intercepts, and that's put paid to a promising move. Yamal, and here's Perez. It's run loose here. Lobbed in behind. Al Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Cucurella. Merino. Ferran Torres. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he cuts out the supply. And it's played forward. Merino. And it's Merino. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, that's well seen too. Tedri. Played back in. Pedro Porro. Marmouche. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Perez. Yamal. Oh, such a clever touch. Ferran Torres. And here's Perez. He can get that clear. Lenormand have it back and can go again. Dani Olmo struck first time. Oh, that is rather wayward.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Some good work on the right flank here. And here's Mohamed Salah. And he's there to get it away. Now it's Trezeguet. That is lovely. Climbs up big. Harmlessly behind. The referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Lenormand. Merino. Tedri shifted upfield. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Now it's Perez. Dani Olmo. Now it's Merino. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Now it's Ferran Torres, and it's Porro. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Yamal. Perez is the guilty party there. Mohamed Salah, and the keeper's got it again. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And here's Marmoush. Calmly anticipates. Ferran Torres. Merino. Out to the left it goes. That has been knocked clear. Pedro Porro. A chance to play it in. Cross to the back. Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Egypt going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Moved on forwards.
Marmoush really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's played forward. And it's hoisted clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Dani Olmo, who's set up one goal so far. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Yamal has found the net here, of course. Cucurella. Ferran Torres. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Pedri. Pedri. Played in with purpose. That has been knocked clear. That'll be a throw-in. Clears it away. Merino. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Mohamed Salah did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mohamed Salah. Quality ball. Merino. Yamal. And he's there to clear it. Ferran Torres. He is just caressing the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Yamal. Knocks it out wide. Reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Trezeguet. Trezeguet going full steam ahead down the left flank. Now here's the delivery. And he's heaved it away. And here's Mohamed Salah. That's good play. Plenty waiting in the middle. Looking to go deep. He's cut it out. Ferran Torres. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Forwards and with intent. And it's Olmo. Oh, that's nice. Merino. And here's Dani Olmo. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And claimed it back swiftly. Pedro Porro. Yamal, Dani Olmo, Ferran Torres, gets good distance on it. Mikel Merino, done delicately. And they've got rid. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Now the ball in. Cleared without complication. Spain have reclaimed it. Marmoush, can he spark a counter here? Tries a deft little ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Cucurella. Merino. Cucurella. Cucurella. Has crossed into the middle, and it's hoisted clear. It'll be a throw-in. Ferran Torres. Yamal. Merino. Ferran Torres. Pedri. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined. Could move up a gear here. Thinks one through. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Good run down the left. And it's Cucurella. And he thumps it clear. Cucurella. Ferran Torres in acres of space out wide. Should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And it's Olmo. He's got to be in here! And here's Perez. Tries a shot! Ferran Torres. Torres has been caught there, it's a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. He's gone for goal. It's hit the crossbar. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Pedro Porro clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Trezeguet, aim forwards. Pedro Porro. Kubasi. Lenormand, gently done. Merino, and it's played forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Spread out to the left. Now it's Trezeguet. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, he's in! Oh, sweet feet. Big chance! It's a loose ball. And that has been clubbed away. Mohamed Salah. Pedri, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Trezeguet. That has found him in acres of space. Trezeguet. Pedri does really well to win the ball there. Chance here to counter. Now it's Perez. Wins the duel this time.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Pedri moved on forwards. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Cucurella. That's tidy. And here's Dani Olmo. Oh, it's Perez! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Moved on forwards. Salah. Salah. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. They've played it short. Chooses to go back. Oh, great play! And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah. And the finish! Big moment! Massive goal! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Egypt take the lead. And the first half is done. Are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start in the second half.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Spain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Le Normand forwards and with intent. And they can counter here. It's really well cleared. Pedro Porro. Cross goes in there. That has been knocked clear. Spain have got it back and they'll have another go. Cucurella. Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo!
Dani Olmo just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
And it's played forward. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And here's Mohamed Salah. Ball comes in. Al Kubasi is there and he can get that clear. And it's Salah. Played out to the right. pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Marmouche.
Marmouche really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedro Porro, who played through for the wide man. Yamal. That's good defending, very good defending. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Has a look and plays it forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Cucurella. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Lovely feet. Aimed in towards the centre. That has been knocked clear. And it's Porro. Merino. And here's Perez. Perez shoots! That's been drilled forward. It's just beyond his reach. Dani Olmo. Merino. And it's lofted through here. It's out for a goal kick. Driven forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Cucurella. Ferran Torres. Merino. Cucurella. Aim forwards. And here's Ferran Torres. Dani Olmo laid out to the left flank. Out towards the flank. Oh, it's come loose. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Pedro Porro tries across. And now the breakaway. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, a delicate chip through. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Pau Kubasi, gently done. Pedro Porro. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Ferran Torres. That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. They're There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Spain needing a change of fortune here. He's onto it in a flash. That has been cut short. Pedro Porro. The normal. Yamal. Perez. Ferran Torres. Proves too strong. Marmouche. Aim forwards. The normal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Oh, good-looking ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Dani Olmo is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Porro. And he cuts out the supply. Mohamed Salah. Moved on forwards. Oh, Red, nice interception. Merino. Yamal. Kubasi. Merino. Mikel Merino, gently done. Keeper's got good distance on that. Trezeguet. Pedro Porro did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Ferran Torres. He has found the way through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cucurella. That is a little undercooked. Merino. Dani Olmo. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Ferran Torres. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Trezeguet. Pedri. And here's Yamal. Defending of the desperate variety. And that has been cleared. Pedri crosses. That's going to go a long way. And it's played forward. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Danger averted for now. Pedri! Pedri! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little back there to indicate what was coming.
It's a good run down the right. And it's Salah. This might... And Marmouche! Dani Olmo. Perez. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, good spread. Lenormand forwards and with intent. Cucurella. Merino. Dani Olmo. Merino. Cucurella. Lenormand. Moved on forwards. Trezeguet. Great defending, strong and determined. Kubasi. Pedro Porro. Up towards the front line. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, this looks sharp. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pedro Porro. That's really well manoeuvred. Ferran Torres. Cucurella. Merino. Yamal. Picks it up out wide. Keeper has taken decisive action. And it's Olmo. Now it's Perez. Well cut out, not margin for error there at all. And here's Perez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Trezeguet. And we're not going to make any further progress now. Yamal. Kubasi. Yamal. Kubasi. Cucurella. Lenormand. Ferran Torres. Merino. Pedri. Back into the middle. Does really well to win the ball there. And it's played forward. Spread out to the left. Here come Egypt on the counter-attack. Trezeguet. Tries a shot! Merino. Cucurella, nicely aimed pass. Ferran Torres. And here's Perez. Perez wins the duel this time. That's very neat. Oh, what a climb! Oh, taken with style. Spain are all square. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Trezeguet. Aim forwards. Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Perez looks to get on the end of this. And he's there to clear it. Cucurella. Ferran Torres. And it's Cucurella. He's in plenty of space here. And here's Yamal. Yamal! And that has been clubbed away. Brilliant interception. Cleared without complication. That's the throw. Perez was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Tries to get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Yamal. Dani Olmo. This physical challenge. Yamal. Fired deep towards the back post.
Spain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
The normal. Merino. Cucurella. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres stood his ground strongly. It's run loose here. Herring after the ball here.
Spain really can't be faulted for their attitude. If they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ferran Torres, and here's Perez. Now it's Yamal. Trezeguet shifted upfield. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Muscular approach does pay off here. Ferran Torres, showing good feet. Dani Olmo, and the volley. Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Dani Olmo fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Trezeguet. Over to the left. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pedri. Cucurella, aim forwards. Trezeguet, gently done. Out for a throw. Oh, some tackle that. Now it's Perez. It's made its way to him.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Moved on forwards. And it's Salah. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. There will be a throw-in. Pedri tries to clear. And he's heaved it away.
Egypt clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.